Welcome to day 3 on our time on Amelie, a rental narrowboat from Black Prince.
Good morning, baby.
Morning.
How was your second night on the narrowboat?
Well, last night when we went to bed, I was actually warm enough that I actually didn't have all the covers up. But at some point during the night, it got very, very chilly. So I pulled up all the covers again. And then a couple of times my husband rolled over and stole the covers from me.
Even though you tucked them in?
Yeah, I mean, if I hadn't tucked them in, it would have been a lot worse. And then the second time, I was going to punch you in the back of the head, but refrained.
Or if we're in a court of law, maybe you didn't. I don't know. It's your word against mine. You're cooking our first breakfast on this narrowboat.
Yes. And it's interesting.
We technically had our first breakfast yesterday, but that was leftover sausage roll from the day before.
Yeah.
Because we didn't quite make it to Ellesmere.
Yeah. This will be the first time I've ever cooked in a full-on overcoat. So trying not to also splash myself.
Narrowboat life, baby.
I'm not trying to do it like this.
That's how my grandmother used to cook it. She used to fill it with like a 1/4 inch of lard, and then she would just flip the lard on the top to cook the...
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, hang on. Let's be smarter than the... Ugh. Just trying not to break anything. Jeez Louise. Okay.
We've rented this 58-foot narrowboat from Black Prince for 7 days to explore the historic English canals. Specifically, we're cruising on the Llangollen Canal, which will take us from England into Wales. We picked up Amelie from Chirk Marina and spent a day and a half cruising to Ellesmere. While we would love to stay and explore this cute little town some more, we only have the boat for 7 days, so we're heading towards the canal's namesake and historic town of Llangollen.
So the first thing we're doing today is we're going to stop off at water, which is right outside of Ellesmere Wharf. And it's a 90-degree turn, which always makes it fun. but
There's nobody here.
there's nobody here.
And there's not an audience for once.
Yeah.
How are you going to perform?
Sounds like my honeymoon.
Let me know when you're ready for me to go.
Go. All right, first time getting water.
Oh, and the hose is in here.
Yeah,
Or the water thing's in here.
the water's in there and the hose is in there.
Yeah.
While Wendy sorts out the hose, let's look around this boater's facilities. Managed by the Canal and River Trust, facilities can come in all sorts of flavors with all sorts of services, providing the basic necessities of those who continuously cruise the canal network. This one has a take one, leave one library. They can have showers and even facilities to empty toilet systems found on narrowboats. Speaking of necessities, let's see about filling our narrowboat up with water.
Okay. So, now, it's a matter of which way.
I think it goes to,
Nope, that
to your
way.
left, towards the one that, yeah, there you go.
Oh, geez, you're getting wet. I'm getting wet. Let me go check to make it filling.
The nice thing about canals is there's always someone to lend a helping hand. Or should that be webbed foot? The canal rule about facilities is, if they're available, use them, no matter how little rubbish you may have.
Dry recycling only, no general waste. Glass. I guess it's back here. Oh, general waste. Okay. Is this gonna smell?
Lift it up, maybe? There you go. And there you go. Look at you.
Okay, was it too bad? Huh.
Now about that water. Filling a narrowboat with water requires scientific precision and measurement.
It did, but I do see the water rising. There we go. I think that's close enough. Yeah.
Water, check.
High five. Well done, you. Morning. How are you? Lucked out, right? Have a good day.
We came past this boat on the way to Ellesmere, which can be seen in our last video. A viewer noted this is Narrowboat Saturn, a historic commercial boat made entirely out of wood rather than steel.
So yeah, we have a very, very full day, but it's a day of choosing what we want to do. We're shooting to at least get to the Chirk Aqueduct with enough time for us to walk down into the valley and just do some beautiful shots. Then go across with the drone, because it's actually narrowboat law that if you have a narrowboat and you go across any sort of aqueduct of standing, you have to put your drone up. I think there's actually someone that stands there before the aqueduct and asks you, and if you don't have a drone, they basically give you one for the passage over. But don't hold me to that. So
We won't say if that's a big white lie or not.
so anyway, so then we're going to try to do that. Then we're going to jump back in, go through the Chirk Aqueduct, like I said, do our drone, and then just keep seeing as close as we can get to Llangollen. Understanding that when we get to the Ponticilli Aqueduct, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to basically moor up a little bit before it, do some shots, put the drone up, and we're going to try to do it both ways, so that way, well, why not? Two's better than one, right? So, and that way we can get the best footage and both sides of us, because, you know, my wife has both sides are beautiful, only one side is good for me. So we need to make sure we catch that if we can.
Spacious is never a word easily lent to the canal system, with the narrowest bits being under the bridges. Wendy's obviously found her narrowboat confidence. Look how easily she glides through it. Just as well, it looks like we have company. Yep, they're still there.
How's it going?
The boat following us hasn't done anything wrong, and we don't think they're particularly close. But there's something about having someone behind you that makes you feel slightly nervous. Remember this modern but beautiful canal-side cottage from our cruise to Ellesmere? And it looks like one boat is already in the queue for the Montgomery Canal this morning.
A bunch of sheep over here.
Bye-bye, sheep. The breakout's tonight at 10:30. Spread it along.
And we're back at the two locks we came through yesterday. But we have less wind, and the lock gods appear to be behaving themselves. This was the lock that caused so many problems, some locals had to help us get through it yesterday. But Wendy's happy, so it must be going well. We're very close to the Chirk Aqueduct now, so we just need to find some mooring for the night. The canal certainly has gotten a lot more narrow, but this is beautiful.
This is tight.
Make sure out of your way.
My plan is to stay close to the moored boats in case we meet another narrowboat coming the other way.
Get real close. Okay, I am going to need you to step on the other side here because I'm going to be. And you just tell me, watch this guy to my.
What am I
left.
doing?
You're watching the guy on the left that's coming towards us?
Okay, there's no way he can get by.
Is there not enough room for both of us?
No, there's no room. I think you're going to have to.
Well, so much for that idea. You don't have a lot of control when reversing in a narrowboat, so it's a matter of aligning the boat in the general direction you want to go and putting the engine in reverse. It doesn't help with the narrow canal and all the moored boats either side. I need to find some space to pull our long narrowboat over, which allows enough room for the boats to pass. Trees in the canal narrowing makes this, well, challenging.
All right.
Thank you, Dad.
Oh, listen, you don't know how many beers I was counting in my head you owe me.
Ah! I was laughing. He's like, can they get around? I'm like, nobody can get around.
Nobody. I'm in the same way. I feel a little parched.
Yeah.
Since this is such a busy section of the canal, Wendy's gone ahead to watch for oncoming boats and hopefully find us some mooring.
Hey.
She's found some mooring. Now we need to save it.
Okay, perfect. Stand there and say it's ours. All right, love you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.
With everything officially settled down, we can enjoy the canals how they're meant to be enjoyed, in a more relaxed manner. Have you ever seen a cuter looking mooring marshal than Wendy? Yeah, I think we can squeeze in there. Again, we get help, this time from a group we nicknamed the Geese Gang. They were pretty aggressive. We're not too far from the colorful embankment we passed in the last episode. And we learned from locals this house was abandoned due to foundational issues after the ground shifted from underneath it.
We're here!
While we didn't exactly speed through the aqueduct, it is nice to see it on foot. We didn't have time to explore the bottom of the Chirk Aqueduct yesterday, so while Wendy is fast asleep, you and I are going to check it out together on this cold, frost-covered morning. It's surprisingly close to where we moored, just off the towpath, down past this pub, and you really need to look for this sign as it hides itself in the trees. And here's the trail that'll take us down to a meadow full of sheep. And more importantly, the Chirk Aqueduct. It's spring, so there are a lot of cute lambs just bounding around. And this one is absolutely adorable. But we're here to see this. Completed in 1801 by William Jessup and Thomas Telford, the aqueduct is 710 feet long and 70 feet tall. It towers above the beautiful river Cary Org, stretching across 10 circular masonry arches. The aqueduct was briefly the tallest navigable one ever built, and even now is Grade 2 listed in both England and Wales. The railway viaduct was built alongside in 1848, placing two competitors of the Industrial Revolution side by side, and allowing for trains and narrowboats to cross at the same time. Will we be so lucky? So what do you say we head back so we can cruise across this incredible feat of engineering ourselves?
So today, we have a lot going on. This is either going to go one or two ways. It's going to be awesome or it's going to be a disaster. So what's going to happen is Wendy is going to steer the boat across the aqueduct, which will be the most advanced steering she's done, but I think she's up to it. And I am going to fly our drone.
Well, first of all, I have to
across-
get through this bridge.
I'm going to fly our drone across while we go across the bridge. And then Wendy's first challenge right now is going through the bridge. And the nice thing about aqueducts in general is the canal piece of it is so small, you can bump a car your way down. I mean, you shouldn't, but you can.
You can tell I'm a little nervous. Why? I have to launch the drone from a moving narrowboat, navigate it along the canal and through trees without hitting anything, then position it to capture us crossing the aqueduct. Not only have I never done any of these things before, I have to do it all quickly. Let's see how this goes.
I guess I can drive us across the Ponticilli.
Wave!
Look, no hands!
And then it happens. We meet a train coming the other way while crossing the aqueduct.
Okay, nobody cares.
No, he did. Look, they all waved.
Oh.
There's 2, 3 of them waved.
I was like, they don't care. They've seen it a billion times. I'm so thrilled that I got us into this aqueduct.
It's hard to overstate just how beautiful the English canals are. And even with that in mind, this is stunning.
All right, well done.
Now I have to just get into this tunnel.
So, first part went spectacularly well. Us getting the drone up, and actually that was really good practice for Ponticilli.
You don't even want to see how slow I'm going right now.
Well, put it this way, people were walking past us on the towpath, but that's fine. That's the way it should be. So, yeah, so we got amazing drone footage, landed the drone, brought it down on the towpath that goes besides, and I'm telling you this in case you try to do it yourself. When you rent a narrowboat or on your narrowboat, and then I landed the drone right before we got off, jumped off, picked it up, jumped back on. That's the way it goes. And now, Wendy is about to go into that.
I know. What's a tunnel after the amazing aqueduct experience? Well, you'll have to wait until next time to find out. In our next narrowboat adventure, we'll cross the Ponticilli Aqueduct and cruise the most beautiful part of the Llangollen Canal. If you like narrowboat adventures, you should absolutely subscribe to our Love to Travel YouTube channel. We even take you along as we have our own narrowboat built, so we can live on the English canals as continuous cruisers.
We got to see our boat. And if you can see behind us, this is not our boat. Whoever's boat this is, we stole your idea.
We like it.
We like it.
There's even a video following our journey from living in the US to living on the English canals.
And then this, since I'm very excited, this is about my corner cupboard, so then it'll pull out.
If you like travel, check out our travel videos. Yep, we have just as much fun on those.
One of my newfound favorites is sake ice cream.
Yes!
It was so much fun having you along. Did you enjoy our narrowboat adventure as much as we did? Let us know your favorite part in the comments below. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family, and what the heck, go ahead and hit the like button below. If you click the bell icon, you'll be notified as soon as we release our next video. Until next time, my friend, travel well and be safe.